We're here today with Darius Knight, supreme table tennis star, of course. We're at the Emirates Stadium, home of the Arsenal Football Club. You've never been here, or indeed any football stadium before, so explain why it's a table tennis star at a football ground.
Well, one, it's a very nice stadium. Two, two, basically I'm here because the Premier League for Sport is in link with the February, and which this weekend is the February Urban Cup finals, which are all of the Premier League football teams will be having their own table team in the February Urban Cup. So I'm just here today promoting it and just playing with some of the Arsenal kids.
Urban kids, table tennis. I mean, it's particularly relevant with you, isn't it? Because we were talking before, weren't we? And I was boasting about my table tennis. But, you know, I wasn't an inner city kid who got discovered playing in a shed. You were. So just tell us a story of how you got to where you are.
Well, basically, when I was younger, I used to do like a lot of sports, you know, football, athletics, you know, not cricket, but you know, baseball, all those kind of sports. And I was always quite good at it. But when it came to table tennis, I didn't understand it. Wasn't very good at it, and my friends used to like bully me. But to be honest, at the time,
bully you? In what way did they bully you?
Sit down, you're rubbish. Because from being always so good at something, I'm now being like, oh rubbish, sit down. We don't want you on our team. Oh. So I didn't like that.
Are they quite serious about it? Were they?
No, they weren't. But you know, you're just quite competitive young men. So basically, when you're always like, you know, you're choosing the football team. I want Darren's first pick, second pick. I want this guy, third pick. You know, so from always being quite popular, I'm now like being treated like rubbish because I'm not very good. And so basically I got a bit, not upset, but I was like, you know, I want to be the man at everything. I want to be the best. So I basically started playing table tennis.
Where did you start playing table tennis?
In Battersea, in York Gardens Adventure Playground. Basically this place we used to go after school. Yeah. There's loads of apparatuses, you know, snooker indoors, pool indoors, table football, all those indoors things. Yeah. And tables was one of them. And basically just go and play after school, you know, for a few hours. It's like a little thing, a fashion that everybody used to do. Finish school, playing the Adventure Playground, from there, go straight to table tennis, 50p for 2 hours. Football was £2 for an hour. So financially, it was a lot more closer to home, cheaper, and it's easier to do. And so basically, it was just a fashion. Everyone used to do it for a year or two.
So it was almost just a sort of the thing to do, to chill out and play some table tennis.
That's what it was.
At that point, you never thought, oh, I'm going to become one of the best in Britain and aim for the Olympics and go and train in China and everything else that you do now. I mean, that must have been like a different planet to you.
I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, well, from then, that's when I went into the show, because the Adventure Playground place, York Gardens Community Centre, that closed down. And then from there, the manager of the club was just like, well, I've got nowhere for my boys to train. So then he built a shed in his own back garden. And that's when I really started training every day to excel and to improve.
Why did you do that? Why did you get so into it? I mean, because, you know, as I said, you weren't planning to become, you know, a professional table tennis star. So why were you training every day and playing every day?
Because I was really bad at it. You know, I wanted to try and overtake my friends, and obviously it wasn't like a thing where you could do it for 1 week and then you're better than them. It was an ongoing battle. I'm good, they're good. And then from then, after about a year of doing it, that's when a professional coach said to me, Darius, look, I can make you play for England in a year and a half.
And how old were you then?
I was 10.
And how old are you now?
20.
20. So in 10 years, you've gone from pretty much picking up a table tennis bat to becoming a seasoned professional. That's it, yeah. Playing for England and Great Britain, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, from the age of 15, I think I've been to every continent in the world. You know, and the good thing when you're playing for England, you don't pay for anything. They pay for your expenses. They look after you during the days while you're away. So it was like I'm living the life. I've been everywhere where no one has really been. Yeah. I've won world championship titles, European championship titles, things that I never dreamed of doing. But
and how have you found it, Daz? Because what sort of a kid were you? I mean, were you a good kid? Were you a little bit of a troubled kid? I mean, what?
I wasn't the most happiest. I used to be in trouble in school all the time. Yeah. Tape was kind of like calmed me down a lot. You know, I used to have problems at home with mum and dad. Yeah. You know, and a lot of violence and stuff like that. And so, like, I wasn't happy. I saw a lot of negative things from a young age that I should never have seen. But for me, that made me, when I was out in the outside world, not to be tempted to try, you know, drugs, smoking, or, you know, behave, you know, badly. But I wasn't the most behaved. You know, I think I got suspended from school a few times. I wasn't behaved, but I mean, tape just kind of like.
Don't want to over dramatise in Darius, but in a sense, table tennis got you on the rails. The danger you were falling off them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like through me playing kind of thing, a lot of my friends that I dropped out from table tennis, some have been killed, shot, murdered. Half of them, most of them are in jail. So, like, for me, it's kind of like, from me just being quite strong in the head kind of thing, and just making a few right decisions at a young age has brought me here today.
Now, I mean, you've gone to China to train. I mean, the Battersea kid is now sort of loves going to China, I hear, being strict and regimented in your training, go to bed early, all this sort of stuff. You're really into that now, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, well, I cook, I can clean, I can do everything. Yeah, I'm like a little but I mean, basically being like a professional sportsman makes you a lot more focused, makes you think twice before you do things. You know, if I'm out and I've got a bit of trouble, if someone wants to fight me, okay, if I hit him, is it really worth it at all? The next day I could be in the paper, the next day I could lose my contracts. You know, so kind of like you just had to learn to take responsibility a lot earlier.
So where are you now ranked in England and Great Britain?
Now in Great Britain I'm ranked number 3.
Yeah.
I mean, the rankings always changing. Basically, there's 2 different rankings. There's the world ranking and the English ranking. But last year I was British champion. So I mean, you know, sometimes you could be ranked low, but if you win the British Championship, you know, it's like almost like, you know, like you never win in a title, but you win it.
No, you're only 20, so I guess obviously the Olympics next year, which you may or may not make. You don't know, I guess.
I think I will make it. I think I'm working my
good man, and it's your city.
Of course, yeah. This is why I've got to do it. Hopefully, I can try and change table tennis, and you know, make it like this is the sport that everyone wants to do.
Fantastic. So I guess, Darius, I mean, obviously you're 20, so you know, another 4 or 5 years' time it'll be another Olympics. You'll be better then, I would have thought, than you are now.
Definitely. I mean, hopefully then I'll be trying to take a medal then, because recently our funding's been cut.
Yeah.
So for the last 2 years we haven't had much sparring, many competitions. So it's been a bit of a struggle. But the most important is I'm still here, I'm still enjoying it, and I'm still fighting on.
But what I like best about you is not that you're a great sportsman, which you are, but that the journey you've taken in life, and I think that's so important. And I guess the message is to other kids who are like you were at 10, 11, 12 years old, hey, you can do this.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, you know, if you just work hard, you concentrate, you know, get your head clear, I mean, there's no reason why you shouldn't succeed in what you do. For me, sport just gave me that thing where I loved going to school, but I just wasn't well behaved. I just thought I was a funny guy telling teachers where to go, you know, causing trouble, sometimes having fights at school. But teachers just changed me. So when you find something outside school, it just makes you a lot more focused, a lot more humble, you know, and concentrated. So I mean, no, for me, I wouldn't be here today. I might not even be alive if I didn't, you know, have tape tennis, and that's an honest fact.
Well, it's great to hear your story, and it's great to see you being so honest about it as well. We'll be looking out for you over the next year and over the next 10 years, because you're not going anywhere.
Definitely not, no.
Don't die, don't die, don't